Alright, here we go. Getting ready to start brazing it up. I've got it mounted in this position because it's always easier when you can, I'm just leave that glove off. Anytime you can weld in the flat position, it just makes it a little easier. So I'm going to do some welding on this side. I'll rotate it up. I'll get the other side and then flip it around again and probably get the bottom there. And I'm using some 1/8 flux coated brazing rods. Trying to get it evenly warmed up. Got to transfer a little bit of that heat. That steel plate that it's mounted to is going to try to draw some of that heat out. Once you get everything hot, it should stay pretty good for a while. Starting to see a little bit of red now, so we're just about ready to start laying some brass in there. What I'll do first is try to get a little bit of the flux on there and blow it around a little bit just to help get the area clean and flux. Alright, first side done. You got to make sure you get the area that you want to braze hot, get it glowing. That's where your brass will stick. I got it brazed in there. I'm just not liking the way it's flowing right there. not wanting to make a nice wide even bead like I'm trying to get, but it's brazing in there. All right, well that's it for the front side that I can reach. Now I got to let it or get it unbolted off of this thing and get it clamped up in the vise and finish the back side. All right, last side. One little spot over here. That side there did more of what I was trying to do on the other side. It flowed in there good. It just looks like a pretty nice, evenly brazed weld bead in there. Give you a little closer shot of it there. All right, well, that's one down. Got one more to go. All right, I got the second pipe clamped up, centered up good, and I'm ready to start brazing it up. it's doing a little better now. Get a little better shot of it. All right, now I gotta take that one off and finish the back side. All right, last weld. Glasses on. There it is. Yeah, that one turned out a lot better, more than what I was trying to do to it. The first one, when I first started brazing it, I was a little bit too hot and I was getting a little bit too aggressive with it, trying to melt it in there too much of the rod at one time, and a little bit too much heat was trying to blow it out on the sides. So I had to just kind of tweak it a little bit as I went and turn the heat down some and let it flow in there nice. That one turned out a little bit better there. I like it. Alright, well, I got both of them brazed up now, so I'm going to let them cool down, get them cleaned up, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done. So that's about it for this job. I got it done, and it worked out the way I wanted to, and it worked out good. Everything is lined up the way that I want it to do, and I didn't have no problems with anything. It all machined well, and for the most part, it welded up pretty good. Everything's done, and I think I'm going to have a happy customer. Now he's got the pipes that he needs. It's going to fit up the way he wants to, in the dimensions that he needs them to bolt up in. So I got them brazed up. Now the first one that I brazed, which I believe is this one here, I'm not too happy about the brazed job that I did on that. It's brazed together. It's not gonna fall apart, but just I always try to get a nice uniform bead anytime I weld something. And this one, I was a little disappointed in my performance on how I brazed that one. This one turned out a little bit better. It worked out pretty good. I've got a nice, fairly uniform bead. I got a little brass that just stuck to the cast down here, but it turned out a little bit better. And that's just, it's not something that I do every day. I do brazing every now and then, and when you don't do it every day, you just gotta, practice makes perfect. And I think I do a pretty good job at brazing, but I won't say I'm the best out there. I know there's people that probably do a whole lot better job than I can, but I'm comfortable with this brazed job, and I think it's going to serve the customer well for what he needs, and I'm happy with it. So I would say that this job is done, and he's going to be happy when I call him and say I got his parts fixed and we're ready to roll. I got him bead blasted. I chipped most of the flux off of there. I was going to give you another shot cleaned up. This is the better one that I did. And it turned out pretty good, and it's cleaned up well. Now he can take them and put him a coat of paint on them and bolt them up to his motor, and he's ready to roll. This was the jig plate that I made, that I showed you in the first video, and it all worked out good. You can see where I was doing all the brazing there. So you gotta get creative sometimes, and come up with jigs and fixtures to hold the pieces the way you want. And this is how I decided I wanted to do it, because I wanted to make sure that both of the flanges are bolted up nice and square. I can stick this plate on there. You can see that the face of that flange is nice and square. It's nice and square on the bottom. And that worked out good. So keep that in mind. You got something odd, you need to do some holding, make you a jig plate for it. And I was going to show you this too. This was the arbor that I used to do the slitting. This has got a 1-inch arbor size, so you got to have a 1-inch cutter to go on this. This is one that we've had around our shop for years and years. It's always worked real good. That's what I used. This was a 6-inch diameter cutter. So that was the slitting saw. So like I said, that's about it. Another job complete. That was the center pieces that I cut out of the pipe right there. So again, I hope that this one was an enjoyable video to watch. I enjoyed making it for you, and I had fun with it, and I'm happy with the job. It turned out good. Thank you guys for watching this one, and I'll be sure to video my next interesting job that I have to do and put it on YouTube for you. Thanks for all the comments that I'm getting, all the new subscribers that have been subscribing to me. I appreciate it, and I really love getting on there and seeing all the new subscribers that I have, and reading all the comments that I have on the work. And I try to reply to a lot of people and answer their questions that I have. So thank you again for all of that. I really appreciate it. So until next time, we'll see you. All right, later on.